cactus and succulent growers, I'm Lynn. Welcome to Desert Plants of Avalon in the north of Ireland. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a little update on the cacti and succulents in the polytunnel. Now I'm very excited because I have noticed buds coming on a lot of the cacti already, and also I did a video the other day, a couple of days ago, where I gave all of these cacti a light watering for the very first time after the winter, and I can already see in just less than a couple of days them all starting to fatten up, and the difference in them is absolutely unbelievable. And if you didn't see that video when I watered these cacti for the first time after the winter, then do go and watch that video after this one. I'll link that video up above. And first I'm going to show you, do a little bit of a quickie on how the cacti are looking, and then I'm going to show you what is coming into bud. And I just want to show you some that I watered the other day that are unbelievable how they've fattened up so much already. Now I gave this gorgeous Mammillaria hahyiana a watering, and bear in mind, I gave them all a light watering, as you'll see if you watch that video, or if you watch this video after this one. And even with the light watering I gave them, they have fattened up a treat. This Mammillaria hahyiana is already starting to show. I don't know if you can see there. I can't get too close with the camera with the macro, but it is starting to show buds already, and these have just literally just started to appear, and it is fattened up so much, and I can tell by the width between the pot and here, it is just absolutely gorgeous. And just look at this. I don't know whether you've seen this in the last video, guys. This is my Mammillaria campetrica, and it is just unbelievable how it's just plumped up. Now I did give this a light watering also last month because it was very shriveled, and it plumped up a wee bit, and then another light watering. I gave it more of a deeper watering the last time because it was its second watering, unlike all these others. And just look at it now, and it is starting to green up, and it just literally trebles in size, and that's just in a couple of days. And all of these as well, as you can see here, so fattening up already, and this gets me so excited to see. And also as well, this is my Raybutia perplexa that has gorgeous pink flowers in the spring and summer. Hasn't flowered for the last few years. It's just been popping out, and I think that's because we had the green polytunnel before. It's much brighter. Watered this also the other day, and I can see there, I don't know whether you can see with my finger, but there is, and I've looked under the magnifying loupe, a very beginning of a bud, and also here as well. So fingers crossed this is going to bloom, so I'm really excited about that. Love to see this Raybutia albipilosa bloom, but it's looking very well. As I gave this a water as well, and look at all this, how it's fattened up. You can see all this green. This is literally in just a day and a half, guys. It's unbelievable. This Mammillaria as well. I think this is Mammillaria bombicina. It's one I don't have an ID, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to have to repot that as well this year, as you can see, bulging out of its pot. But it is just pung! It's amazing how it has just grown. It's not so much that they grow, they fill themselves up with water after they've had a watering. And this is just with a light watering. Soil is already starting to dry out quite a bit, which is really good because with a light watering they dry out quick. Wakens up the roots, as I explain in the video I did the other day, and then maybe in a week's time I can then give them their first proper watering. Then it's going to be bang, and then I can give them about a week after a wee bit of tomato feed to really stimulate them buds. And look at the size of this one, guys. This is a gorgeous Raybutia that I got from my wonderful friend Danny Rose, and this is gave that a light watering as I mentioned with the last video day and a half ago, and look at the size of it now. It is also really fattened up, so very exciting about that. I think it's possibly a succulent Raybutia, not sure of the variety, but that is really fattened up. And mammillaria here, mammillaria plumosa, gorgeous sort of feathery soft spines, and look how that's fattened up. Oh, it's incredible. It gets me so excited, guys. And anyway, what I'm going to do now is, as well as them all fattening up nice and juicy, I'm going to show you what is coming into bud. I did briefly talk about it in the last video when I did on the watering, but I want to show you properly here. And first of all, while I'm on this table, I have got buds starting to come up on my one of my Mediolabivias. Now this is Mediolabivia scorchiensis, and there is a bud there, and there is a bud there as well. So very excited. Again, nice and fattened up after its watering. These have really fattened up as well. So there's buds there, and I usually find once they've really been given their second, which is where I really give them a proper watering, that's when I really notice the buds coming. This Neohenritia Cibeti, this one is a succulent, a masembe, and that has really fattened up since I watered it too. So very exciting. And Epiolantha micromeris has doubled in size. It was so flat. The lofts are the only ones I haven't given any water to yet, and that's because they can go a bit longer, but I'll probably give them a bit of water next week because the temperatures are quite good at the moment here. But as it's still April, still up and down. And look at the size of this. This is my Stenocactus multicostus, and that has also fattened up at the top. It's unbelievable. Hoping it's going to bloom this year. It's starting to go a little bit purpley at the top, which I notice in the past it does when it starts to get ready to prepare for buds, but we'll see. Growing very well anyway. This is also fattened up. They've all fattened up with just that light watering, so it is remarkable. And there is buds here on this Echinopsis tubiflora. Look at that lovely bird. So that is exciting. Again, this was one that was quite still a bit shriveled at the moment, but it has fattened up quite a bit since the other day, and great to see a bud on there. And I've also got, looks like possibly the beginnings of buds on these as well. And this one here, this Sulcarebutia brevifolia, has unbelievably fattened and straightened itself up because it was very thin and sort of hanging, and now it's, look at that, firm and fattening up. Absolutely brilliant. This Telocactus hexandrophorus also, you can see, still a bit shriveled, but it's taken its water up with the light watering there. You can see that it's starting to fatten up, and you can see in between here where it is opening up now between the ridges there. Great. So it's just really exciting. Then I have here, this is a Gymnoclisium horsty. Might look a bit scabby, but it is doing well. It's one that I potted up last year into this little container, and I'm going to give it another repot later this year as well, later this summer I should say. And happy to see there is the beginnings of buds there, as you can see, forming, which is exciting. And here as well, just going a little bit of a scan around. This Gymnoclisium cardesdensianum. Can't see any buds on this one, but I do, and I forgot to mention it. I must mention this because there is buds on the other one here. Yes, the Saglionis. There is buds here, as you can see, forming on there. And I meant to mention that earlier, but it's just going through everything. And then this Gymnoclisium here, there's quite a lot of buds, and this is another bud that's just appeared. There's one there, and this started to form a bud a few weeks ago. And that one over there as well, that one there, lovely rosy buds, but this is a new one popped up, and this one there is also popping up. And I give this a watering as well, and you can see that starting to fill up too. So very excited to see a lot of all these buds on these plants. More Stenocactus there, and here Echinopsis obipandas, all the different Echinopsises as well. My Echinopsis cardensiana, lovely flower bud there, look at that. And also looks like there's another one starting to develop there. So that is mega news. Gosh, this is so exciting, guys. And going through, just checking for buds as I go through here, because I forget what is coming into bud, and I keep seeing more every day when I come in. And yep, this one is my my Parodia chrysocarthum. There is 3 flower buds there, just getting a little bit furry at the top, so that's very exciting. And have a look over here, this side. Now there's a lot happening on this table. And by the way, guys, this one, I don't know whether you saw it in the last watering video. This is my Echinopsis obripanda, and it was incredibly shriveled, and it was very sort of yellowy looking because it needed a good drink. And even though I gave it a light watering, look how much it has doubled in size, and it is going green again. So if you did see that in the watering video, go back to that part where's the Echinopsis obripanda and look at the size of it now compared to a day and a half ago. It's incredible. And all these are fattened up. I'm sure you'll see from the video I did on Friday. And there, it looks like there is a little bud starting to form as well on this little Echinopsis there. This one is one of my little Raybuteas. I think it's a Minuscula variety type or Heliosa type. I've lost all the labels when we took a lot of the plants in. When we had this new Polytunnel, labels fell out and a lot of labels have faded. But there's a bud forming there on this one. Loads of new spines starting to grow and a lot of the cacti there, as you can see, which is a sign that they're all now in active growth, which is very exciting. And here, look at this Raybutea as well, Minuscula, and that is packed with little pink buds, tons of them. That is really mega exciting to see so many buds, and all the plants there fattening up a treat, which is really, really good. And then I'm going to just show you a quick video of how much the Opuntias that were so shriveled the other day, and I gave them the watering obviously, and look how they've all gone now. Look at that, they just really look great. They're really responding to the watering, all the new growth on there. And this one as well is going firmer as well, but again no flowers on the Opuntias. Hopefully I'll get some, and then I'll take you over to this side and look at all these as well. Lots of buds coming on these as well. This one as well is just noticed this new bud from the other day. Raybutea heliosa albiflora, and there is a bud forming on there, as you can see, a little tiny bud, and that has beautiful flowers in the spring and summer. Tons here on a lot of the Chamaesyraces. Look at all them buds there. Really, really amazing to see. And I definitely think they're coming into bud earlier this year, possibly because we have this whiter, the clear polytunnel, and it lets a lot more light in than our old green one did, which also is going to help early budding with a lot of the cacti as well as the succulents. And you show as well a lot of the succulents on here. I gave these a good watering. Now I have been lightly watering these throughout the winter, and I have to do a lot of pruning on these as well. And we're taking a lot of these succulents and putting them under the table where the epiphyllums are, because they're going to be coming out into the yard very soon when the chance of frost has gone. And then a lot of the succulents going underneath, they get plenty of light under there, and then it gives this table free to bring all the euphorbia we have in our grow room all onto this back table. Loads of succulents coming into bud, as you can see there. Look at that, very exciting. There's so much happening. And all these are fattened. Look at these, how they're fattened up as well with a bit of a light watering. And these aeniums, they were going like, they were so shriveled, but look at them now really taking off. So this is very, very exciting too. And the good news is Echinopsis hamatantha, Labivia hamatantha, I gave this a light watering. Again, the soil is totally dried now, so I may not have to wait a week before I give them a proper watering. See how the weather goes, but this is really fun. But look at that, all at the top there, growth. And all these Camellibivias as well, a lot of them. I can't get too close with the camera, but I have been able to see tiny little buds forming. They've really fattened up their little peanut stems since they've had the water in there. And then here, this is Echinocereus gentrii, and there is buds forming. Look at that, lovely little pink buds. Look at that. That's very exciting because this has beautiful huge flowers. And also we've got another one. This is the gentrii, and this is the cucumis one that has slightly different, the spines are arranged tighter and the flowers are slightly different as well. There is also signs of buds starting to come just there, because it always starts to get, the little areoles start to get a little bit red, and that's when you know buds are coming. So it really is such an exciting time of year. And although I know a lot of you may have flowers already, but I I'm here in Ireland, in Northern Ireland. Things are a little bit slow to get going in the spring compared to other climates, but I'm just so happy to see lots of buds, and I've got loads of blooms to look forward to. Look at that Elasteria look how much that has fattened up from the other day. So it is just brilliant, I have to say. Now, all these on this table, I didn't water these. Saying that, I did give this a light watering the other day, because I know I can, and dries out quick in the pot. And also this mammillaria as well, I gave that a light watering. But all these other ones I hold back on just for another week or two, because they're in big pots and they're forecast a week of quite cloudy, sort of mixed weather, so they don't dry out as quick in here if it's cloudy weather than if it's going to be warm. The ones in the smaller pots dry out pretty quickly, so I'm safe. But they're all doing very well, as you can see. Lovely big buttes. And look at this. This is my lovely Astrophytum ornatum Capricorn, and that is one I'm going to have to repot this year, as you can see. Very, very top heavy there. And these are all mother of thousand little plantlets that have fell off onto my big perogia from this mother of thousand here. That is also blooming absolutely gorgeous at the moment. So that's on that table there. But as I say, holding back on the watering just yet on these until I know they can dry out quicker when the weather starts to really warm up. So happy to see lots of buds. And check if I've missed anything out here. Oh yes, how could I forget this? This is my Aporophyllum flagelliformis, and just look at all of them buds, guys. There is tons of them. So this is going to be full of gorgeous pink flowers very soon. And I don't know whether you guys remember, I did a video probably about 3 weeks ago, that's all, when I separated all of these, what they call the rat's tail cacti. This is my Aporecactus Malisoni. This is my Aporecactus flagelliformis, and this is my Aporophyllum. And this is also coming into bud as well. I separated them out of the basket they was in, and I didn't expect them to come into bud so quickly. But there's also a bud on the Aporophyllum as well, as you can see there, just starting, and also a little bit there. Just turn it round. But there's another one on this side as well. There, you can see, woohoo! But this is packed with buds. Look at that. So this is going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm very, very, very excited. My monkey's tail usually comes into flower later on in the year, usually the August time, because it's more of a later summer bloomer, but it's looking very healthy. And I did give that a little bit of water the other day as well. So, a bit of a quick update. My big Trichoceros grandiflorus, and last year this had tons of buds because we had an amazingly warm sunny June, and then July was a washout and buds just dropped. I was so disappointed. So hopefully this will, looks like there's beginnings of buds on this as well. Hopefully this will go into full bud this year. So that's a bit of an update there. And checking my mammillarias as well. There's not really any signs of buds on these yet, but mine sort of bloom a little bit later in the year for me. Later in the spring, I should say, than a lot of people's, mainly due to the climate. But also that, there is Mammillaria boccasana, that has got buds. I don't know whether you can see there, but that is starting to form its little buds around the top. I can't touch it because I don't want it to hook me, but that is forming buds too. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. Bit of an update. I'll just step back so you can see what I've got here. All the Trichoceros. Yet there is buds coming on the Trichoceros as well. This is Trichoceros scopolicolo, as you can see there. There is a bud forming there, little hairs coming out. And also on this one as well. I don't know whether I can reach with the camera because it goes into shadow. But there is signs of buds also on there. They start to form these little white hairs when the buds start to develop. But these normally flower for me sort of from the July and August time, and they can spend a few months developing their buds. So then, happy days everybody. Very, very excited. I've got all of my epiphyllums all in bud as well. All of these Epiphyllum Pegasus, loads of buds coming on these. These are all going to be coming out into the yard anyway. for the spring and summer soon. Just wait till the frost has gone. We can see all the buds coming on these. Incredible, stunning flowers. Tons of buds there, and they love to come out in the yard and get plenty of rain, and they sort of love that as well. That's my aloes, agaves, dikeas here, all doing well. I gave them a light watering as well. I have sort of been lightly watering these in the winter because they do still need a bit of light winter watering as well. But look at these with the light watering the other day, how they've really fattened up. Unbelievable. All of my other aloes as well under there. A lot of these aloes will also be coming out into the yard for the spring and summer. They do well with a bit of summer rain and the lovely summer fresh air as well. Same as my crassulas. These are going to be coming out in the yard very soon once the chance of frost has gone. Woohoo! Happy days, guys. So thank you so much for watching, all your support. Do leave a comment in the comments down below, even a heart or smiley face, because every comment really does help the algorithm. And let me know as well in the comments, do you have any plants in flower or in bud? It's an exciting time of year for us. And if you haven't done already, then don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Desert Plants of Avalon. And do check my website out, desertplantsofavalon.com. I want to wish you all a fantastic cactus powered day.